Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm not the Lord, just on the confused, and I watched the Mark of Zorro from 1940. I have to take my phone because the thingy does weird. Let's see, with the tagline. Ride with Zorro, the dashing dawn of California's most adventurous era. Alright. Before we start, you don't get a Twilight Zone episode today, but you do get the other video, Hoachbot Productions. So, has dropped a new video on their Facebook because apparently it got blocked for some reason on YouTube or something like that. So we're gonna watch it. It's 7 minutes or something like that. So it's a short film, I think, again, and I can't wait. It's called Sex the Clown. Sexe. S-E-X-E. Sex the Clown. So I'm very curious what it will be about. Well, about a clown, but and maybe we're also gonna do another one, because I want to do short films on this channel. Maybe we're gonna do Is That You? Recommended by Rome Free Pascal, aka Dr. Orlov, how I got to know the person. Maybe we're gonna do Is That You? So if you want to see those, subscribe to the channel, because the Hoachbot one is definitely coming, and probably also the second one. So if you want to see those, subscribe. That said, let's just start with the movie, shall we? We see 16 people. Well, actually 17. We see here, here a row of 8, and here a row of 8, and then one in the middle of, in the middle of the end. But those 16 men are all sparring with each other. Then we see them on horses, with trying to cut down. I don't know what they're trying to cut down actually. We see it's a kind of a pole with, it looks like a triangle, well, a pyramid on top, and a pole on top of that. But it's not made of solid wood, because when they cut it, it was just easy, smooth as butter. You could cut, have in it. So I don't know what it was made of, but we saw them, riding horses, cut, trying to do training. Next thing that we see is that they're trying to jump with the horse twice over, 2 poles. Those poles. If you have seen just horse riding match or something like that, you probably have seen it, in the video, just going by, or just one of those thingies. Anyway, so the jumping with the with the horse, and we see then 3 kind of older men, and it looks like if they're judging them, as judges. And the most left one says, well, no, wait. First, one of them fell. One of that was riding horses, and jumped over it. The first one, he fell off, and the most left one said he's disqualified. Then we see some other people just standing at the side, and one of them says, "Oh, here comes blah," and then he makes a bet with one of the other guys standing there around, and he won. And he won 10 pesos. I don't know how much 1 peso is, so it doesn't. I know that pesos are Mexican money, so that's basically all I know about pesos. And this is the second one that he made a bet with, he handed it over. But we're gonna leave it at that, because if you don't know what's gonna happen next, watch the movie yourself. Well, apparently this I didn't know at first because they didn't specify which year it was, but when I looked up the trivia and the tagline, I saw that it was in 1820, so that makes a lot of sense actually. Because first of all, pesos, second of all, Los Angeles, as they pronounce it. So as far as I know, Los Angeles is in California, and pesos is not really that they use in more modern North America. So it was probably something when Mexico still owned bars, but when obviously the United States exists from 1700 or 1600, and 1600 began 1700 maybe. Slowly started to build from east towards west, and it was still owned by Mexico and by Native Americans, Indians. So it makes a lot of sense, that pesos, then Los Angeles, okay, it was 1820, makes sense. But also sometimes they use some lingo that I just I didn't know what the fuck it meant. I just had to look it up, like factious. Never heard of that word before. Factious. Something. I think it's to be annoyed or something, to get annoyed, whatever. Causing or tending to cause annoyance, frustration, or worry. I had never heard of that word before. Or the word tepid. I never heard of the word tepid before. Apparently it means lukewarm. I don't know. No, usually I don't do it, but I have some trivia, because this is 1940, so it's maybe fun to get some facts about the 1940 movie. Well, first of all, Zorro is Spanish for fox. I didn't know that because I can't speak Spanish. Well, I know some Spanish words because I tried to do Spanish with Duolingo, but then I just got back to German, because I like German more. Linda Darnell was only 17 when she made this film, Tyrone Power. Playing her love interest was 26. That Linda Darnell, she played Lolita in this movie. Well, the name now makes sense, Lolita, younger. But she said in this movie, one of her lines was, I'm almost 18. So that means obviously she's 17. So she played a 17-year-old in the movie, and I thought, okay, she plays a 17-year-old. No, she was actually 17 also in real life. I have nothing against 17-year-olds playing in a movie, but against a 26-year-old as your love interest, no, that's not. 1940, so it was probably less frowned upon, but still. This film is based on The Curse of Capistrano, written by Johnston Macaulay. Originally published in 1919 in 5 serialized installments in All Story Weekly, which introduced the masked hero Zorro. The story is set in Southern California in the early 19th century. Well, yeah, you know that now. Basil Rathbone, being a well-known fencer in his own right, was asked how well Tyrone Power, who played Zorro, did in their scenes in which stunt doubles were not used. Oh, really? Impressive. Rathbone responded, Tyrone could fence Errol Flynn into a cocked hat. See, I don't know who Errol Flynn is. Apparently from 1905 to 1959. Oh, Jesus, he was only 50 before he died. Jesus. Well, yeah, that makes sense why I don't know him. Robin Hood. Still have to watch Robin Hood, actually. It's a good one. I'm gonna bring that to the channel. The whole Robin Hood version show, because apparently there are multiple versions and this one was from 1938. Okay, and with the last one that I'm gonna rate, because there are actually 23 more, but if you want to know the other 23, you have to just go to IMDb and read them all yourself. The last one. The famous duel was staged by Hollywood fencing master Fred Gavins. He specialized in staging duels that relied more on real swordplay rather than the jumping on furniture and leaping from balconies that many film duels incorporated up until that point. Well, think a bit about the fight between Johnny Depp and what's his name? Orlando Bloom in the first part of the Caribbean. They jumped all over the place while they were, fighting. A bit like that, where was I? Point. Okay. Gavin's son, Albert Gavins, doubled for Tyrone Power in the fancier parts of the duel, mostly with his back to the camera. So there was kind of a double. Such as the extended exchange with Esteban ending with Don Diego's sword smashing into the bookcase. Basil Rathbone, a champion fencer in real life, did not care for the saber, the weapon of choice in this film, but nevertheless did all of his own fencing. Impressive. Fast fencing shots were undercracked to 18 or 20 frames per second, as opposed to the standard 24 frames per second. And all the sound effects were post-synchronized. Post-synchronized. Alright. Kinda interesting. Overall, I'm gonna be honest. Overall, this movie was alright. I did like it a bit more than the first Zorro that we watched, because the first Zorro was in was a silent movie. Jesus Christ, was a silent movie. So personally, I don't really care for silent movies, but hey, I will give them a chance. Well, if they will be recommended, I will. Oh, Freaky Friday. Oh, okay. Now I can watch Freaky Friday then. Nice. I will bring Freaky Friday then to February. Yes. This movie, I free, low 4. Watch the movie yourself. Leave likes, recommend a good Spanish movie down below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, come join Discord, and see you guys next time. Well, I'll see you guys later for the short film something called Sex the Clown. And otherwise for Is That You? I think it was called. And otherwise I'll see you guys tomorrow for a new movie. Oh, Jojo Rabbit. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Jojo Rabbit. Very excited for that one because when I saw the trailer, when it was first coming out, I knew that movie was gonna be for me. That's definitely my kind of humor. Dark Hitler humor. Fucking love it. There's also a German movie with where Hitler comes back to the present day, and he's learning and all that shit. It's also a very fun movie. I've seen that movie. I will bring that movie also to the channel because it's just funny. That's it. I'm gonna leave it at that, and see you guys next time. Bye.